case you missed it, the virtual online question and answer session, we wanted to make a short recording for you today. So here's what you can expect. These topics here: visa and residence permits, academic calendar, housing in Salzburg. We hope this information is helpful to get you started here. The first and most important question you probably have is, who can help me? There are three main offices here in Salzburg, or departments that are responsible for it. Your academic department, of course, is going to be there for you to help you with all things regarding your studies: your acceptance letters, your matriculation, course registration, orientation, all of those things. What does the international office do? We're here to help you with general things, support questions. We can't help you find housing, but we can certainly be a signpost for you to help you find your direction. We provide international office courses like German language, also inside Austria if you're interested in getting to know more about the culture, outdoor Austria, and many, many others. If you have questions about your housing, that you need to take up with your landlord, or what they call in German your Hausmeister, for replacing things like locks, light bulbs, whatever, that you need to consult your rental contract about. But most importantly, you need to get here to Austria first. And how do you do that? You get here with a residence permit or a visa. You need to check with your local embassy or consulate. Every passport has different regulations about what's expected of you when you arrive and enter Austria legally. You can see on the slide here that non-EU citizens, for the most part, all require that you have a residence permit here as a student. The most helpful thing is probably this link here at the bottom. The ÖAD, the Austrian Ministry of Education, will provide you with kind of a step-by-step guide to figure out which visa or residence permit is best for you. So be sure you check that out after this presentation. One of the requirements for you to get a residence permit as a student is to have an Austrian health insurance. Yes, you need a national health insurance if it's public or private. That doesn't matter, but it has to be one here in Austria. We're not insurance providers or experts, but we do know what most students choose, and we've pulled out two of those options for you here. One of those is called the ÖGK. This is the national health insurance that most Austrian citizens have. For example, I have this health insurance as well. For students, it costs here $66.79 per month. That might change depending what semester it is. It's 2025 now, so hopefully the video is not too old. Also, a more private insurance, a little bit more expensive, but it covers more things and they provide more support for you, is called Feel Safe. You'll see there that the price is a bit higher, but nonetheless, it is legally recognized for your residence permit here in Austria. Now that you've hopefully managed and taken care of things regarding your entry into Austria, let's look at what it actually is like here at FH Salzburg. We'll start with the academic calendar. Please note that the semester start, your semester start in your program, might be different than the official semester start of all programs here at Fachhochschule Salzburg. So consult your either learning agreement or your letter of acceptance. There should be details in there about when you actually need to show up here on campus and where you need to be. Nonetheless, it's a little bit different also than many other institutions here at Fachhochschule Salzburg. You might be accustomed to all your exams being at the end of a semester, or all the classes starting on a certain date and ending at a certain date. Fachhochschule Salzburg is special in that there are, throughout the entire semester, a constant turnover of classes and exams. Don't be overwhelmed by this. It will all be explained to you, of course, during orientation once you arrive. But we wanted to make sure you had a heads up anyway about what to expect in terms of the calendar. More important than the calendar is, where are you going to live? In my opinion, I think it's one of the most beautiful places in the world, and I think you'll see it for yourself once you arrive. Nonetheless, we wanted to highlight that FH Salzburg has essentially 4 campuses, one in Urstein, that is the main campus, as well as the main campus in Kuchel. The other 2 locations are for our health science programs, and they're at local hospitals there. But the majority of our students are in the campuses in Urstein and in Kuchel. You can see from the map that the Urstein and Kuchel campus are a little bit a ways outside of the main city center of Salzburg. For Puch-Urstein, the main campus, main building, it's about 20 minutes south from Salzburg. And for Kuchel, it's maybe about another, 40 minutes south of Salzburg, just to give you an idea. That being said, you should consider getting a rail pass. There are two different options for rail passes here in Austria, in Salzburg, one of those being a regional pass. Salzburg is, of course, not just a city, but it is the entire state. There are 9 federal states in Austria. You'll learn all of them once you arrive, but Salzburg is one of those states. And the regional train pass is good on all public transportation throughout the entire state of Austria. So buses and trains and light rail, you can ride for free with the student regional pass. The other option, if you so choose, is the national rail pass, which is good in the entire country of Austria, as well as in Salzburg. It's a bit more expensive, but if you plan on doing quite a bit of traveling within the country, visiting Vienna all the time, getting up to the mountains and so forth in the different states, then maybe a national rail pass is right for you. But in the meantime, if you're studying here in Salzburg, definitely consider getting a rail pass, either the national one or the regional one. Jumping back to housing, we encourage you to look for housing and apply right away as soon as you can, because there are more students than there are places for housing. It's created a big demand on housing providers. Here are some of the links. Important to note is that Fachhochschule Salzburg does not itself as an entity offer housing. There are many private providers for housing. You'll see all those links listed here. There will be a PDF somewhere posted near to this video where you can also click on the links directly, or of course you can Google things. One important thing to be aware of is that some of these links are to general posting sites that anybody in the public can put housing offers on. And I want to warn you that some students have been scammed before. I'm not going to go through all of these details here, but we have provided a few tips for you to be able to suss out, to sniff out if there is a scam that might be occurring. We've had some students, unfortunately, fall prey to the scamming tactics of those who are putting fake postings online. So please be sure that you pause the screen, read through these. That way you can better be aware and hopefully save yourself a lot of money and frustration later. Thinking about money and frustration, how much will it cost to actually be here at Fachhochschule Salzburg? Tuition currently is €363 per semester for all students. Doesn't matter your country of origin or your passport, whatever. If you're studying here at Fachhochschule Salzburg, the cost is $363 per semester. In addition to that, all students in Austria are legally required to pay a fee. It goes up every year. Currently, it's $25.20 for student union. That gives you access to legal advice in terms of if there's an academic dispute. The student union is there to support and represent you. You can read more about that on our website as well. In addition, thinking about the cost of living every month, we've averaged it to about $1,200, depending on how much you eat or don't eat, depending on your rent, all of these things. This is an average that within Austria, students pay $1,200 monthly. You can find more about that at the website below, listed on the slide here, Study in Austria, and you can also find a whole trove of a lot of other helpful information. Regarding this, you can pay student fees through your FH Salzburg account. But how do you access your account? You can find that information here on this slide. Follow the steps very easily. You need to log back into your initial application. From there, you can locate your now FHS email address that should be active. Reset your password. You'll have a temporary password issued. You need to reset that for one that you can remember, but nobody else knows. Don't share it with anybody, not even your friends. And log into your account. From there, you can pay the student union fee. And for those students who it's their first semester at Fachhochschule Salzburg, your tuition has already been paid for through the application. You should have already taken care of that. More information about logging in once you get your FH Salzburg email address, then you need to go back into the main page where you can log in and therefore access the whole suite of applications. And as I mentioned, you can pay the fees directly online for next summer semester as you continue your studies here. Another piece of information, once you arrive here in Salzburg, there is something that needs to be done. It is the registration in the city. So here at FH Salzburg, of course, you're going to be registering for classes, but you also, one of the first things you need to do, You also need to register with the local authorities that you are taking residence here in Salzburg. Hopefully, you've already obtained the necessary residence permit and all of those legal matters. But in Salzburg, Kuchel, Urstein, these different cities, wherever you have your house, you need to also fill out a form called a Meldezettel. That Meldezettel registers you with the city. That means the city knows which address you're living at. It's a very simple process. A form that you just need to fill all the little lines in. Go to the local office whose addresses are here. Go to whichever office is closest to you and turn in your document along with your passport or a copy of your passport so they can register you properly in the system. Simple as that. It needs to be done within the first 3 days of arrival at your residence here in Austria, so make sure that that gets taken care of quite soon. And lastly, of course, you'll be here, you'll be new, and might not know people. We want to make sure that you get included and know how to get connected to other students. There's a lot of student life happening here at Fachhochschule Salzburg, both through programs offered through the international office. You can see our Instagram page. Things are updated pretty regularly throughout the semester of different activities that the international office hosts. And as well, there is a larger consortium of students in Salzburg, not just at Fachhochschule Salzburg, but there are 6 universities in total here and tens of thousands of international peoples studying. So we want to encourage you to also consider getting connected to the Erasmus Student Network. And you can check out their Instagram page as well. And through the Erasmus Student Network, you'll be have access to a lot larger student body population. So if you have any questions, of course, you can contact us at the international office. You can contact your academic department. And first and foremost, we want to wish you all the best when you arrive here in Salzburg and a great start and a great academic program.